been a while since I've made a video, but I'm back. How am I back?
What's up, Throttlers? Aristotle Full Throttle here, and Star Wars Episode 8. A lot of people hated it. That guy hated it. I actually liked it. I'm one of the half of the people that thinks it's probably one of the better Star Wars movies, but I think the people that didn't like it, and now we can debate this in the comments below, went into the movie going, I think that this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and those things didn't happen, so they got mad at the movie. But for me, going into that movie, I was delightfully surprised by all the twists and turns it took, because it just subverted my expectations and did not do what I thought it was gonna do, because if I went to see a movie that did everything that I thought it was gonna do, I would get bored. But that's just me. So if you're already watching this, I figure you've already seen Star Wars Episode 8, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. Spoiler alert. Luke Skywalker dies in Episode 8, but he is coming back for Episode 9. And how can Luke Skywalker possibly come back in Episode 9? A lot of people are just saying, well, he's gonna be a Force ghost. And I'm okay with that because that's how Obi-Wan Kenobi was in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but he had kind of a small part. I think that you can have a large part for Luke Skywalker in Episode 9, and here's why. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of flashbacks, but I think this is a great opportunity to show flashbacks to Kylo Ren training in the Jedi Temple with Luke Skywalker, Captain Luke Skywalker, I think his name is. And these flashbacks to Kylo Ren's training can actually parallel Rey's training in Episode 8, so that we can see actually how their lives parallel. And by the way, did you ever notice that all of the moves that Rey is doing in this scene while she's practicing by herself with the lightsaber are all of the same moves that Kylo Ren does at the end when he fights Luke Skywalker, but he doesn't really fight him? I think that's pretty cool filmmaking. If you guys don't agree, or if you hate me for saying that, comments below. And if you remember in Episode 8, before Luke Skywalker fades away, he says to Kylo Ren, "See you around, kid," which echoes what Han Solo, Kylo Ren's father, says to Luke Skywalker in the previous movies. And to me, I looked at that as Luke Skywalker coming to torment Kylo Ren as a Force ghost and try to bring Kylo Ren back to the light, so we can actually show some humanity of Kylo Ren when he was younger training with Luke. And I think a lot of the movie can actually focus on that, so that we can actually see Kylo Ren as a person and not as a bit of a munta, which is, I just learned this term, it's from New Zealand, it's munta, it means idiot. But in New England, they say chowderhead. So we can actually be a little bit more attached to Kylo Ren's humanity and see his progression and his fall to the dark side a little bit more in depth. And now while Kylo Ren is trying to be the new supreme leader of the First Order, he can be tormented by the Force ghost of Luke Skywalker. And I think they can lean more heavily in the Luke Skywalker direction. And I know that Carrie Fisher sadly can't come back for Episode 9, and they are going to use some footage that they didn't use in Episode 7 of Carrie Fisher in Episode 9, and I'm wondering if those are going to be projections or if she's going to be a Force ghost or however they're going to do it. They could do that a little bit more sparingly and lean a little bit more on Mark Hamill. And another thing I'm wondering is, in Episode 7, Kylo Ren is communing with Darth Vader, but is Darth Vader still Darth Vader, or did he turn back to Anakin as a Force ghost? Or is Darth Vader a different entity than Anakin Skywalker, that he can sort of pray to Darth Vader as still existing? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what your theory is on that. So through this way of storytelling, I think that we can become a little bit more attached to Kylo Ren and realize that he is more of a person and redeemable at some point, because I mean, I don't like him for killing his father, Han Solo. I don't like that, but I think the only way he can redeem himself for that is to sacrifice himself in order to save the galaxy, which is, I think he might do that. Write this down, Joe. Kylo Ren will sacrifice himself to save the galaxy somehow. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it until I change it, which will be never, unless I do. And as we all know, throughout life we do encounter some people who are absolute jerkweeds like Kylo Ren, but maybe there's something redeemable about them. Maybe if we think a little bit about where they're coming from, we can try to understand what their motivation is. So if you've ever done anything untoward, just remember it's never too late to say you're sorry and recognize the error of your ways. Because even a jerkweed like Kylo Ren may end up being redeemable. Well, thank you guys for watching. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. And if this is your first time here, remember to subscribe to this channel, like and share these videos, and turn on that bell, the notifications, because you're going to want that bell.
Guess what?
I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more notifications bell.
Hey, baby!
I'm Aristotle, full throttle, your bro in the know at the fro, and I'll see you later. Fear, don't fear the Reaper.
Take one.
You're gonna want that notifications bell.
I gotta have more
Notifications bell, baby.